Okay, everybody, welcome back, and it is time for us to go and sort out a part of Sirris' questline before we go ahead and then deal with the Grand Archives. That's what I think it's called. But anyway, it's a big massive library full of mages and that kind of thing. So first off, what you're going to want to do is head on over to the Undead Settlement. So we're going to be going to the Dilapidated Bridge. As you can see, I've already been over there to check. I wanted to make sure before I kind of took us over there. So on over we go. This is going to be another kind of summon where we go in and help deal with an invasion. Only this time it's going to be Hodrick instead of Creighton. Obviously not really too bothered about any of these enemies. They're pretty worthless now to us if I'm going to say anything about them. So don't feel any kind of need to be fighting with them. Let's go this way. Got Mr. Hammond needs to come out of that doorway, come on. There we go. Needs to be out there. Dudes realise he's going to start trying to chase us, but by the time you get into that door over there, they'll all unleash on you because they won't enter the boss room. So we're all good. And then here is the summon sign that you need to find to continue Sirris' questline, which is why she didn't appear for us in the last episode, but this should cause her to appear for us in the next one, which is going to be extremely helpful for one of the bosses that I know that a lot of people struggle with. So if you struggle with the boss, make sure you watch through the series and find out how to complete Sirris' questline, because you can get her to help you with one of the hardest bosses in the game. So that's why we're doing this, because that is the aim of this walkthrough. So here we have Hodrick, who we need to deal with.
I finally found you.
Let's have this on.
Just as I promised, Grandad. Remember?
Ooh. So obviously be aware that if she dies, this is a failure, so we do need to somewhat protect her. Ooh. Wow, he likes to heal a lot. Oh yeah, be aware we are obviously on low health as well. We have our health reduced. Right, that's... Beansy likes his pyromancy. He's out of Estus, that's good. No! Yes, Sirris, heal. I'm going to stand in that as well. Down you go, Hodrick. Down you go. There we go. So that's Hodrick dealt with. Yeet.
Good night, Grandad.
We've got the Sunlight Medal. So that means we can get 3 Sunlight Medals per playthrough. So if you wanted to do that offline, without farming enemies, you can do that 10 times, essentially. With that done, back to Phalanx Shrine we go. There should be an item appear in the graveyard as well. As you kind of complete questlands and stuff, they will periodically appear. Obviously we've got Sirris, make sure you talk to her.
Oh, there you are. I'm afraid I've involved you in my affairs over a little promise at that. My sincerest thanks for your assistance. At last, my grandfather will rest in peace, and I can die. But there is one last... May I take a vow? To serve you as a knight.
Exceptional
I am most grateful. I, Sirris, do hereby serve as your faithful knight. Wherever, whenever I am needed. My loyalty shall never waver. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Don't know why some of her dialogue skipped there. That was a bit of a glitch, as far as I can tell. Let's talk to her again, see if she does
If
anything.
I may ever be of assistance, I bless.
That's cool. So, yeah, she is going to be available in the next episode for probably in the last. It'll be the last episode of the series as a summon against the Lothric twins, which, especially as a caster, now as a melee character, it's probably not quite as essential. But if you're going to try and play a caster, it is absolutely essential that you have somebody to draw some of the attention away from you if you want to get any casts off during the second half of that fight. But you'll see that anyway. She definitely does make it a much more pleasant encounter, to say the least. So let's take this off while waiting for this to come out. If I remember rightly, in front of one of these graves, I mean I may have to actually rest at the bonfire for it to appear, but in front of one of these graves, there it is, Sunset Shield, which I think is the shield that Hodrick was using. Which kind of tells you a little bit as to kind of how Hodrick started out, I guess. When we defeated him, we got the Sunlight Medal, and obviously he was carrying the Sunset Shield, so pretty cool. Anyway, with that we can now carry on progressing. Where are we? So, Lothric Castle, Dragon Slayer on bonfire. This is one of those odd points where I don't quite understand why they did it. What I mean by that is we've got, like, for some reason after a lot of the bosses there's like a bonfire and then another bonfire. Like I don't understand why the bonfires need to come in pairs. I don't know if that's a lore point. I don't know if like this is here as a lore point, like it's come from one of the Lords of Cinders or a boss or something. But I don't understand it. I don't understand the mechanic of I've come from a bonfire, I'm going to go over here and find another bonfire. I also don't understand why this key is here to this door. I don't know if that's something to do with because that says Gotthard Twin Blades, so I don't know if that is Gotthard himself. He kind of looks a little bit similar, I guess. And he was trying to get through this area and failed. Don't know. The lore side of things I'm not all that great with. It is very much kind of whatever you think. I'm going to go back and just check that I've not missed anything down in this area just here while I was explaining that I don't kind of understand why they do this with bonfires. Like, when you can see the bonfire from the bonfire, it's a little bit too close, in my opinion. So yeah, series is almost at an end, guys. It's been absolutely fun. This isn't going to be the end of Dark Souls 3, but I am going to be taking a break for a while after I have completed this series. I mean, I'm sure there's people that have got more hours than me, but I have hit like 200 hours on this game, and I am one of those people that prefers variety when I'm playing games, and as awesome as this game is, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it, despite me thinking there could have been some better design decisions, I'm just going to go and play something else for a while, that's all. Looking forward to Deus Ex, that's going to be pretty good. Wow, I did quite a lot of damage in there. This sword is vicious. I'm surprised these little guys didn't come and try and give us some trouble there. They usually do. I suppose the advantage of running around with a +10 weapon though. Which we can buff if we ever want any extra damage, slash a bit of slow healing. Like if we take a little bit of damage, I may actually use that fairly often. We're definitely going to be trying it out. What does the Chime's weapon art do as well? Let's have a look. And that recovers HP too, so like, yeah. The regenerative abilities of the Cleric are what seem like they are probably better. than they're actually actual offensive abilities for me. So I'm going to go around here. Ooh. Let's have you guys down. This one's all. And again, you're going to see like a step up in the amount of souls we're going to be collecting from enemies as well. Let's go through this area. Some nice chunks happening around here. Don't know what that's for. Got an item over there, which we'll be dropping down onto. So, let's get rid of this one. Oh wow, one shot, nice. That faith is clearly paying off, even with the iron axes, which is nice. Oh, you're a big one, eh? Okay, there you go. Right. So, the next thing we want to do from here is heading over this way. So there, I don't know if we can actually cheese him from here. It's fine. Speaking of chances to start regenerating health, let's do it. See how helpful it is. Alright, so we've got Mr. Spear Dude. Absolutely hate these guys, really do. Wow, really? No! So as you can see, we are not the only ones using weapon buffs now. Don't. Like, these guys are seemingly too fast to get a kick off on as well. That's my other annoyance. I'll do it. There we go. Let's finish you. We'll drop it down for that later. Another talent chunk. I can hear. Oh yeah, there's crystals on top of one of these as well, which we'll be getting. That's what I can hear. Don't think there's that much in here. Crystal chime, which I think actually allows you to cast sorceries and miracles. It doesn't have that great of a spell buff stat. Before moving over to the right, just here, you're going to want to dip your head in some wax. And this will prevent us from taking damage from some fairly odd looking environmental hazards in here. Should see in a second, actually, as we're going through. So there we go. So these hands, these will both damage and curse you if you don't have the wax on your head. Don't know what that signifies, but that's just the rule in here. So make sure you go ahead and take the wax. Got another one here. Take that. I don't remember there being two. I'll certainly take the second one. Okay. Up in here. Take this guy out. Guy, gal, don't know. Could be either. Doesn't look like it has much of a chest if it is a woman, so I'm gonna go for guy. Right, I'm just here. I think this is meant to be a trap, but I can't remember what it is that's meant to trap you. Because it never does. So, be careful of that wax they spit. Oh, why are there so many of these? I don't remember there being this many crystal lizards around here. Has this been updated in a patch or something? So yeah. Now obviously bear in mind that you don't really want to kind of hang around too much, but I am going to kick this ladder around, as that is a shortcut if we do die. We can get straight up this way. Although the only issue would be you wouldn't have the wax on your head to protect you from all of these hands. I'm going to pull this lever just here. As you see, we'll drop a platform just over that way. Take you out as quick as we can. We've got two more just here. That ourselves an extra wax fall. Wow. Proper had me stun like there. Right, we need to get to a place where I can heal. Let's go on this. So as you see, this area is kind of designed to make you feel desperation, I think. It does it pretty well. Being as, you know, you got things bombing you from like multiple directions. The main kind of issue is this guy, so you kind of just want to hammer him the times you get a chance, and then you've just got to kind of deal with stuff as you can in between his attacks. Unfortunately, it sounds like there's a Crystal Soul Spear coming over. It just isn't fun. So we've got dude with this Flamberge. We need to deal with this guy pretty quick. Don't want to be taking too much damage from that. Actually, these guys don't like fire. Oop. When you've got fire equipped, that is. Let's get that on you. Oop. I'm fine with fire, mate, yeah. You can have one of them too. There we go. Right. There's some fixed point recovery. I don't know why I'm going up there. That's just opening up to Soul Spear. Before I carry on, I'm going to dip my head back in some wax. Now be aware, when they do that wax attack against you, that will actually prevent you from being able to roll. So just be careful if you get hit with that. Don't actually try to press the roll button because it's going to basically stun you. Let's have you down. Let's have you down. You down. There we go. Attack chunk, so be careful, obviously. They do come out thick and fast around here. It's pretty cool because we are going to be getting some extra Titanite slabs as we get around here, so we'll be able to get the Oscar's Chime up to +10 by the time we've gotten through this area. You can get a total of like between 3 and 5, something like that, depending on how you go through the game. Slabs per playthrough, and I think there's a way to get the handmaiden and the Violent Shrine to sell some extra ones as well. So there's a fair few of them, but it is limited to a point where you do need to pick which weapons you're going to want to be using. Take you down. Do need to try this lightning blade out to see if that's any better for damage than this blessed weapon. I do want to see if we can, in fact, anything do better. We've got a secret door just here. What? There we go. The Frost Knight. You're going to want to try and cause as much damage in a short time as possible whilst he's un-aggroed on us. So I'm going to do that. Because the fireballs do seem to stun him. Whoa! Right, let's get into a position where we can heal here. It's a shame these hands don't affect him. Whoa, man! Camera angles are destroying me. Probably could have tried for a plunge attack there. Interesting. Ooh. Obviously, careful of his freezing abilities. This could be death. Ooh, he can't get through. Interesting. I like that. So here's how you cheese this Frost Knight. Excellent. I like it. I like finding new cheesy methods. It makes me happy. I really like his armor set, but because I already use it on a different character, I won't be using it on this one. Plus I kind of think he suits the almost dragon mage look. Got a ladder here to kick down. Whoa, get back up before he hits us with one of those. Take a heal. We're going to clear this room before we actually go and finish off the Crystal Mage. I don't think he had very much health left, so when we get over there, it's not going to take so long. I'm sure there's a chest in here somewhere. Where is it? There was a chest in here somewhere, I'm sure of it. No? Okay, I must be wrong. I'm sure there was a chest in there. Okay, soul stream. Soul beam. Sorry guys. Pretty cool looking spell. I've not really seen it do that much damage. I mean, lots of other people have said that it does tons of damage, but I feel that I get more out of it with Soul Spear as a caster. Wax is one off. Pretty sure there's a chest here, but I can't remember where it is. So I'll have to double check and come back for later. Right, let's dodge that. I'm going to finish you off. You ain't going to get away. Right. Some extra soulage. I think it should drop as a scroll. Yeah, the crystal scroll is just going to give you some of the strongest sorceries you can get. Before we go playing with that guy, we are going to first off open this. So I don't forget. I notoriously forget stuff around here, so I apologise if I do forget something. I've forgotten something every time I've been through. Very sorry if I do miss something. I'll try to annotate it in if somebody points something out that I've missed again. Let's give you a treat. Oh! Knocked you away, that's not fair. Oh well. So here we're going to unlock shortcut. So we can get all the way back here without having to face any enemies if we wish to. We have got something to go and collect, being as we dropped that door earlier. We've got a switch just here to open up this bookcase. Which gets us quite a lot more accessibility to the area. Now, although I don't have any heals at the moment, I'm not actually going to reset because a few things need to pick up before we do that. So first off, we're going to come on back around this way. So we could obviously... Where was it? It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, so we're going to go through here. Where are we? Get ourselves a chest. And a slab. That's going to be a plus 10 Yoshka's chime. So I can at least try to attempt some decent miracle casts. We'll see how they go. There is going to be an area where lightning should in fact be an advantage for us, because there's going to be quite a few dragon enemies which have an innate weakness to lightning. So at minimum we should be able to get through there with it, hopefully. Next up, obviously we're going to go over this way, deal with this guy who was just firing spells at us. I knew there was another one here somewhere. Damn it, stop messing. We need to not be taking these risks with this low amount of health. These guys do ridiculous amounts of damage, especially for like their speed at this point of the game, so be careful of them. But they do drop an ample amount of souls. So I'm going to do this guy, who straight in my head, that's cool. And I have died doing this drop before as well, so be careful. So we're going to want to get that, turn that scale, and then yeah, I want to drop off this bit to take a heal. I think I'm in fact going to switch to Sid Catring. Roll off here to take no damage. And then we get the Avalon, which is like a repeater bolt thrower. I don't think there's anything over this way. No, that's it. And so that kind of clears the earlier area for us. So now when we kind of go and reset, get our Estus back, we can just go up the lift just here. And that'll take us back to where we were, and none of the enemies will have aggroed on us. And then I'll be able to deal with that knight that we saw at the end of that corridor. You don't really get much out of it, but just kind of for showing its sake. So, spend all these souls, because that's how I like to do it. Spend, bad boy.
Very well. Then touch the pig nut.
I'll get you up to 48. Close to 50. Close to 50. Miracles are starting to get in. Well, we're starting to get to the point now where miracles will be
It wasn't he?
starting to do some decent stuff. Yosh's Chime. And I know it's only one per level, but like, it seems to me, as I've been kind of going through the game, that oh no, I've done it. Okay, so that means plus 10. Cool.
Pretty, I don't.
Yeah, I thought I was upgrading the wrong one then. Yeah, it's cool, plus 10. But it seems like every little bit counts when it comes to upgrading these catalysts for spellcasting. So that's why I've been trying to keep up with that. See if we've got any decent spell items. We might as well get that extra level, because being as we're here. So that should be a level.
Well, very well then.
There we go. So what does this even kind of build us up with? Oh, so Faith does give us dark resistance, which is interesting. Okay, so we get dark resistance from Faith. I have to say it's not as good as, I don't know. It seems a bit like a bit of a big disadvantage for clerics, especially in PvP, that lightning resistance is increased by endurance, which means every man in this dog is probably going to have 40 endurance, which means they're going to be resistant to your lightning in PvP. So it's quite unfortunate, really. Which is why I'm kind of looking at this blast weapon, thinking, pure damage, but then I don't know. I suppose the AR we get from the lightning will probably be higher. I may in fact try that in this next area. Let's switch to lightning blade instead of blast weapon. We'll see how it does. Plus it's cool. Lightning blade. Lightning blade. Takes a lot of FP, that does. But let's have a look at the numbers, I suppose. 22. This doesn't take long. Okay, so the AR difference is massive. Let's take a look at the actual damage then over here. I don't know what I was doing without one. We're about to check. 400! What? Okay. Okay, that's pretty devastating. I have to say. That is like amazing damage. So it looks like we're going to be using this a lot. Let's see how this does against this Lothric Knight in a minute. Yeah, it's got a great sword. I'm going to go ham. I may die. I'm just literally just going to try and go kamikaze on him and see what happens. Just because I want to test it out. Let's refresh it before we go in. I don't know how long it's going to last, so. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so 4 hits for nearly 1400 damage there, I think. I think it was on like just over 13 maybe. But well, yeah, it does good damage at least. So at least now if we come across an enemy and we want to increase the speed at which it dies, we have that tool. That's pretty good, I like that. So this is going to like fall down. Yeah. Okay. So focus point's probably going to become an issue for us. Are you dead? Yeah. Take that, that's good. We've got you. I do actually need to go and dip my head in some wax while I think about it. I'm going to do that now. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to get down these bookcases to get these items. So let's go around. We have got a shortcut unlocked to go and do it quickly, so might as well do it whilst we're here. Just round this way. Yeah, very impressed with lightning blade at least. Should come in handy. So round on the left. Get that in there. I was about to say we should get ambushed. They can't hurt us while doing this, so. Although it's still kind of annoying that it's the same amount of hits for these guys, it doesn't one hit them. Not yet. Like the damage potential of that, as our scaling increases when we get more faith, should be fairly impressive. Looking at it now, I mean, I hope it is. Let's see how it goes. But no, we can get past all these bookcases and get this item. Even if it is only souls, it's fine. That will be more faith for me later. I have no problems with it. Up here we should have a crystal lizard, which wants to lead you into another set of bookcases. Don't let it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. And we've got this one, but that's fine. Flashback ring, take that. And that brings us out here. We're going to have a few troublesome enemies. And we'll see how lightning does against gargoyles now, I guess. So, I'll just come out here. Oop, oh. Over here. So much damage. Whoa! Okay, so I mean, I've not really tried many other weapon buffs, but Lightning Blade is definitely making a massive difference there. And the fact that we can still use like kind of pyromancies mixed in with it is pretty damn nice, I have to say. We'll try dealing with those later. It's kind of optional and it's not very essential to what we're doing, so we'll sort that out in a little while after we've kind of gotten past all of these gargoyles. Oh. Hey, that wasn't very fair. Oh, nice. So, Lightning Blade, chopping these guys up with not too much effort. Over this way, you're going to want to use your fireball to get these. Otherwise, you are probably not going to get them because we're going to get attacked by some gargoyles. So, get some fireballs over there. Well, that one's got away. Let's get you. Gargoyles coming. Now, there's not really a need to fight them. I don't know where that guy went. Kind of should have missed it, but not too fussed on it. Don't want to be buffing in the midst of combat. Ouch. Painful. I know you're going to attack me straight through that pillar, aren't you? Roll away that. Damn it. That hammer was devastating. Okay, see you now. So, chopping through gargoyles pretty easily so far. Oop, there's not fall off there. You're waiting for me. Okay, well, I'm going to take that. If you're going to wait there nicely like that, then I certainly will. Don't know why that didn't disappear. I was quite lucky there. But yeah, basically, if you want to sort these out down here, I'm not going to do it because I've done it in another walkthrough before, but basically, throw fireballs from here, and you'll get yourself a dark gem, and it will lead you right. Oh, I suppose I could kill them. Right, there's all you get down there is dark gem, and there are a lot of these, basically. I think there's those 4 there, and then there's like 2 more hiding around the corner. And it just really isn't worth the hassle. Basically, it'll bring you to a drop down to where we killed the knight with the sword and shield earlier. After we'd come back up the lift. So, and I really want to go and show you, but it's just not worth it, and it makes it just takes a lot more time that way. More time on chunk. We've got another gargoyle just here. Oh, got two. I don't even like facing two at once. I'm not going to do that. I wonder if we can tempt them to fall off. Where's your friend? If he's not coming, I'll fight you here. It's fine. Happy with that. Yeah, fall off. And then the next plan, for my next trick, let's aggro him. Right. What can I aggro him with? What we got? Anything. As long as it does 1 damage, it's fine. Come on. Are you really gonna stand there? God damn it. Oh, it was a bit quick. Oh, yeah. Oh, he literally won't come over. I'll take that too, that's fine. Come on, let's be happy here. I don't know why I'm playing stupid, but I get excited about this lightning blade now. Oh man, I died. How stupid. Alright guys, I cut back to the... I can't believe I just died there. I'm not going to bother fighting these guys because... I don't know. I'm feeling lazy. There's nothing on this balcony, so you don't really need to bother kind of worrying about that. This should be bone shard. That's it. I'll knock this down. That is the last bone shard we're going to be collecting. Hey! Busy. Get to you in a moment. Coming, I'm coming. Hold ye horses. Oh. Now then, being as I just died, and obviously all I've done is just run straight past everything again to kind of get here in a reasonable amount of time. After you come around here, get past the gargoyles, whether you kill them or not, you're going to want to kick this ladder down. Obviously, I've already done it for some reason. And that is going to create a shortcut for you, which means that instead of us having to go around all the outside of the building, you'll be able to obviously come from the lift, back up and up the ladder from the bonfire. So I would highly recommend going to reset your Estus flasks at this point, because you will have probably taken a considerable amount of damage. I don't think there's anything else over there for us. Just check. I don't know. Sometimes just want to check stuff. So yeah, I highly recommend going and resetting your Estus flasks, and unless you're doing extremely well for yourself. And we're heading over this way. Obviously, when you look up, we have got some sneakers. I'll do all these here instead of later. If you don't aggro them, instead what they will do is when you're trying to fight this guy over here with the greatsword, they will drop down behind you, meaning you are trapped in place for him to swing his little toy at you with. Which I'm sure is what everybody wants. No. Get down. Naughty greatsword wielding knight. So yeah. I'm gonna do this. Again. Because of how close we are to a bonfire, there is nothing wrong with if you feel like you've used too much Estus on him before you come into this area, feel free to reset, because this is a fairly difficult fight. However, the easy part about this fight is that if you kill one of these enemies, it will stay dead. So what you want to actually try to do is target one of them down. Now, the difficulty here is that they will all aggro on you at the same time. I've tried isolating them, but it just kind of doesn't work that way, although it would seem he has actually aggroed on me on his own. I'm quite happy with that. But usually, as soon as you damage him, they will all come after you. In fact, here we go, look, they're all coming now. So, yeah, be careful of them. But if he's going to charge at me, I'm more than happy to oblige. Let's get you down. Oh, don't heal, don't heal. No! Oh, I'm dead. Okay, so we'll put back there then, guys. This time. Oh! No, no. Not again. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Not good. Oops. Keep on messing up here. Silly mess ups. Right, he needs to go that way. No. Really? You can spell parry. Interesting. You're going down. Right, one down. Ooh. You're going to stand there a second, mate, you can have it. Right then, so this is the most troubling and the least troubling one at the same time. The reason being that whilst there is another whilst there is another one of them alive, it can probably do the most damage to you. Once on its own, it's not an issue. But that's 3 of them down. I don't know why, but for some reason I do find them easier to take on in this corridor than I do out here. I guess it kind of makes them come at you in a queue instead of all at the same time. That allows us to just check out this little bit of a vista over this way, if you wish to. Got some items on the floor. I think it's a soul light. I don't think it's particularly important. And then in here we have another shortcut. This is going to take us all the way back directly to the bonfire, which is pretty nice. A little bit left of this area to do. We're not actually going to face the boss right now, although we probably could if we wish to. But I don't know why, I like to get this area done, and then I do an optional area with all the bosses in that area, and then I kind of do the boss of this area along with the final boss as its own kind of episode, as they are fairly close together. So 88,000 souls here, which is pretty nice. Now, if you didn't want to use like functional rings and you wanted to put the silver crafted serpent ring on, you could obviously be far higher than this. I mean, level 91, I'm pretty high anyway, I think, for this area of the game. I mean, technically I should be, because I suppose I've been using a lot of boss souls for leveling, but yeah, so before we go over this way, which is where we're going to unlock the final shortcut, which is that tower just there on the right, we're going to head up these steps here on the left. This is quite a dangerous area, and I'm potentially going to die again in this episode, which is kind of frustrating that I know it's probably going to happen. But yeah, we've got 3 golden winged knights, which are A, even I don't even know why I buffed that one. I'm going to get me 5 pyromancy out, which are A, stronger, faster, have more stamina, blah blah blah. But it's really only this guy that we need to take on first. The other ones aren't so bad, so we need to get the guy with the dual axe done first, because he has this horrible range attacks, rolls around like a ninja. If you kind of keep him trapped in the steps, that will give you an advantage if, like me, kind of in a caster variant of a character. Until he comes around like that and starts trying to do nasty shit. Right, let's get somewhere a little bit more friendly for me. I'll have a heal. Come on. Yeah, I know you're going to do that. There we go. You can stay there as much as you like, mate. So you're down. So he's the worst one. Next up we've got Mr. Halberdier. The only real issue with these is that they can attack through whatever it is they feel like attacking through. So don't count on cover to work too well if you're particularly close to them. Of course they have these miracles as well, which aren't particularly pleasant to endure. Ah, yeah, just in time. Okay, that's going to hit me. No, it's not. Somehow. Now, as far as I'm aware, he won't follow you down these stairs, so something worth knowing. Wow, he keeps dodging out of the way. Oh, he has come down the stairs. Interesting. Wow, the range on that is incredible. It's a good laugh. Looks like he's walking back that way. Keeps dodging that like a pro. Wow. Right, let's get out of his reach. Grab this while we're here. Some extra souls. Right, let's take him on. Let's take him on. Going range isn't working for me. Yeah. I was expecting that stagger. Never mind. I thought 4 hits would be enough, but clearly not. Now we've gotten to this point, only one left. It's not so bad to try and just take him on in there, because there are some obstructions they struggle to get around actually in the arena. So, I say arena. It's just where they prefer to fight, I guess. Oh man, I hate when you do that. I suppose the best thing to do would have been there to try to get the backstab in. Whoa, 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 whoa! I don't know that we was going to do that then. It's kind of frustrating that doesn't have like a finite range. Like, he can just kind of set that off whenever he likes during that run. Right, let's take a heal. That's cool. It appears he has a pretty significant de-aggro range. Look at that. Ouch. This move's devastating. Oh, I wanted to get the drop sack on you. Oh. There we go. Defeat all 3 of them in one go, so it's no specific one. You have to get all 3 of them in one life, and you will obviously get the Titan slab. I'm trying to remember which. I think it's this one. Yep, so here is our final Estus shard. So now we have all of the Estus shards and all of the bone shards, which means we get 15 Estus flasks at +10. A couple of things to find around this little tower in the middle. So again, if before you get to those, and you've obviously unlocked that shortcut that we used, feel free to kind of you know, go and reset your Estus flask, get yourself some healing. Nothing here yet, but as far as I'm aware, new game +2, a ring appears in there. So we'll cover that kind of thing in a separate series of videos when I go through with my sorcerer for the final time. Over this way, we should have like an entrance inside. So as you can see, this area is kind of like a proper, a real maze. There's a lot of stuff to kind of try and find. So through this way, we drop down into the cage, where we get a miracle, I believe. I've not used it before, because this is the first time I've gotten this far with the faith card. Here we go, we drop down into here. Divine Pillar. Oh, so that's the ability they were using on us momentarily ago. So we're going to drop out onto here. You're going to want to try and kill this little maggot guy. Where is he? Ouch, that side. Okay. Luckily that didn't stagger me too far. So you want to try and... Where are we? Let's going to take a heal here. I think, if I remember rightly on my Pyromancer playthrough, I was able to cheese him with the Pyromancer flame from here. Damn it, this is unlocked. To be honest, I really don't care about killing him. You don't get any items for it, so I am just in fact going to go and grab this. And being as we already have the shortcut unlocked, we're going to go and spend these souls rather than lose them trying to kill a maggot, because that's just worthless. So, quick spend of these souls.
Well, very well.
And this episode is almost over. One little run across the long bridge, and then ooh, got 2 levels worth of souls there.
Farewell, Ashley.
Get those in the bank. What's looking like 213. Oh, that's rising nicely now. Faith's going to end up at 60, and it is going to have a considerable effect on us. So, quite look forward to that. Right then, so, wasn't the shortcut we unlocked, it was... Oh, I didn't send the lift down, did I? My bad, guys. Okay, I will cut to the room below where the golden lights were, rather than watching me go all around again. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so, to prevent what just happened to me, I recommend running across this lift like that, send it down, which will unlock the shortcut for you. Which is what I should have done. I thought I did, but obviously I didn't. Quick check over on the right, make sure I've not missed anything. And then, all we have left of this area is getting across this bridge. Now, you can quite easily just run across it. There aren't really many items for us to pick up as we go across, but I feel like that wouldn't really be showing you how to get through it if you actually want to fight these guys. It's not particularly difficult, starts out easy, gets gradually more difficult as more enemies decide to join the fight. You could go for like a proper like battle royale where you run through the whole lot, summon Sirris, because her summon time should be at the end of the bridge now, and then obviously fight out with all of them at the same time with Sirris. It's probably quite doable. As you can see, we've got 3 shield guys coming down the steps now, and once we defeat those, we're going to have a sword and shield guy, and after that I think it's 2 shielded lothric knights with a great sword guy, for even more lols, because that's how we like it. But what I want to do is stick together. There we go. Now, if I remember rightly, ouch, this guy will in fact leash at the very first steps to the area. Now, it's quite crazy how much damage that can get done, even unbuffed. If I'm honest. Damn it. Wow, that hurt. So that's that. Now it's entirely possible to just go ahead and run past all this. Unlock the shortcut, reset them all at the bonfire, and then just basically not bother with it all, which is my preferred way. But I'm not going to do that here, so get you guys down. That longsword moveset though. Get you down. Take this drop. Some bolts. Okay, so then, much like in Anno Londo, as you kind of approach these steps, they're going to start walking down towards you. So there's shield guy, other shield guy, and then greatsword guy. Now, if you can aggro one of them, get him to come for you. And then deal with him before they get down here. Obviously this guy's going to try his shield bash on me in a second. Knew he was. Right, let's... There we go. Oh, I missed it. Right, let's try and drag you a bit further back. This ain't gonna go good to plan, I think. I was making an attempt to avoid the cheese option. Of you know, try and use leashing points, but I do find these guys are pretty obnoxious. Let's follow me, go on. Oh, what? That was so quick. You know. I believe that was the full health one as well, so the other one should be injured. Where's he gone? Oh, they start walking back in. Okay. This guy's gonna aggro back there, I'll look at it. Okay. Right. You can have that. You're like... See, I don't understand how that backstabs. It's the second time that's done that for me today. But okay. I'll take it. Maybe somebody realised these guys are a bit too obnoxious. Here we have Mr. Greatsword Dude. As I was saying, feel free to face him here like this if you want to. These guys aren't as bad as the others in my opinion. Because although they do more damage, they are actually killable. Open the door, why not? See if Sirris' sign's here. This will tell me whether or not this is going to be a good fight or a bad fight. When we actually go through it. And there we have Sirris' sign. That means this fight is going to be not too bad. Which makes me happy. Very, very happy. Right then, so that is this area cleared. We're going to drop the shortcut down, grab another time that's left while we're down here. Waiting for the lift, waiting in the lift. How many points is it? Wow, again, another level. Wow, we have leveled like a boss. So what we want to do is set that off and jump back out here. And this brings up a lift that wasn't here before. if you'll notice, this is the cathedral area that we summoned Aegon in. I was trying to remember them. So the easiest bonfire to do this boss fight from is from the Dragon Slayer Armor's bonfire, even though it's like, I don't know how far you want to call that, like 20 meters away from the other bonfire, but it does mean that either way, coming up this way will mean that you don't have to face any enemies between bonfire and boss. So that is the Grand Archives finished, guys. As I said, next time we'll be dealing with Archdragon Peak, where our lightning should come in handy. So be trying to use that a little bit in there. So 2 episodes left after this. We've got that, and then we got the Twin Princes and the Soul of Cinder, I believe it's called. So get these souls used up, and we'll be ready to face the final trials of the game. Now, I think that was probably the most complete go through of the
Well, very well then. Hey,
what do I want to call it?
farewell, ashen.
Grand Archives that I've done. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're still watching, and I'll catch you next time. Let's get this finished though.
Very well then. Hey.
Yeah, that's right. Cool. More faith. There we go.
Farewell, ashen.
Cool. So I will see you later.